to be here today, and we highly appreciate the warm hospitality extended to the African Union, its member states, and the delegations here present in Kenya for this meeting. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, it is now my honor and pleasure to invite Her Excellency Dr. Monique Nzanza-Baganwa, Deputy Chairperson of the African Union Commission, to deliver her statement. Please.
Excellencies, Dohir Dul Kamal, Minister of Foreign Affairs of the International Cooperation of the Union of Comoros and Chairperson of the Executive Council,
Albert Mutua, Cabinet Minister, and our dear host. Mesdames et Messieurs les ministres,
ladies and gentlemen, honorable ministers, members of the Executive Council,
Abdulaziz Katan, Mesdames, Messieurs,
ladies and gentlemen, commissioners, Secretary General of the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa, ladies and gentlemen, heads of diplomatic missions, President of the Africa Development Bank, the Secretary Generals, the regional economic communities and mechanisms. Ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. I have the honor to present to you the sincere apologies of His Excellency Mr. Musa Faki Mahamat, who at this moment is in Cairo, where he is taking part in the summit of the neighbors of Sudan, who are undergoing a very serious crisis and undergoing for Africa as well. He will be with us present here tomorrow and will be very pleased to take part in our working sessions, clearly. Excellencies, this 43rd session of the Executive Council offers to us an opportunity once again to meet and to exchange on the advancement of the programs of the Union and to evaluate the progress achieved in the decisions undertaken between the two sessions. Before going into the substantive matters, allow me to recognize and to pay tribute to President William Ruto, the Republic of Kenya President, and to the peoples of Kenya for all the efforts that have been deployed in the holding of this current session. I also have taken the amount of and particularly a difficult economic environment, and I wish to also pay tribute to the quality of hospitality and the conditions of work that are at our disposal. I am certain that these conditions will enable the successful completion of our discussions. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, that the context in the international context in which that we find ourselves, and particularly the geopolitical changes that are the world is undergoing, have brought about great difficulties at the world level, and indeed slowing down on the economies of our countries in a very negative way. And it's against this backdrop that we have had the security state that has been brought about by conflicts, the rising of terrorism and violent terrorism. So here we have a continent that is presenting very tumultuous and which cannot be ready for the implementation of our development programs at its optimum. However, the member states, in willingness and indeed and determination that we have to pay tribute to, or based on resilience and the belief on the future, have continued to work together with the different organs of the African Union, all the means in order to advance the 2063 agenda for the Africa we want. It is following this intervention on behalf of the chairperson that I will present to you the report of the Commission as well as the executive organs pertinent to the decisions taken by the Executive Council. The report of the PRC, the Permanent Representative Committee, that will be presented by the chair of the PRC, provides an overview of activities achieved between February and now. And for each of those matters, there is additional information on what has been achieved, on what needs to still be done, and then the challenges that have been faced in order to ensure the continuity of our démarche towards the final objective. I will also come back to certain of these items to further provide substantive details. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the theme of the year 2024 is on education, and given for the World Summit carried on the 77th session in September 2022, this theme focused on Africa has been labeled as follows: Africa.
Well, that is the 5th Media Africa Union Conference, which is taking place at Gigiri Complex here in Nairobi. And the delegates attending that